And we're live. We're live on YouTube. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the cafe. Come on in, grab your coffee or tea or your latte or what have you, and pull up a chair. Let's hang out here in the Psychic Cafe, the official broadcast here on YouTube of the Tarot Guild, celebrating 20 years. It's interesting. And by the way, I've got the fabulous author, deck creator, artist. Certified tarot grandmaster. We'll just go on and on. Pamela Steele, I keep pointing up because on my screen she's above me, but she's actually one of these directions. Anyway, um, it's interesting because you start something and it's like our 1 year anniversary, 5 years, 10, 15, it's our 18th anniversary. You get up to 20 and Halloween was October 31st. That's actually the birthday of the Tarot Guild. And I totally just skip right by it. And that was just days ago. And I was busy with other stuff. It's also Doug's birthday and Halloween, of course, and all this stuff going on. And it just, even though it's in my calendar, Pam, and it pops up, I just, once you hit 20 years, it's like you can ride that wave for a while. you know Maybe when we get to 30 years I'll make a big celebration. But it's great. We're just going to continue for the next 2, 5, 8 years, going 20 years of the tarot game. Well, maybe 25. That's a good milestone too.
It
25.
is.
Yeah. How you been? It's been a little bit. Not real
Uh,
long, but a little bit.
Crazy busy. I've been doing some local psychic fairs, and
Mm-hmm.
I've got one coming up next weekend. And ironically, my husband talked me into doing a little networking. He rides a Harley, okay, and it's been his anyway. He rides. I don't. I haven't done it since I was about 15, 16. I gave it up for horses. But the one of the local shops is having an open house. Now it's an hour away from where we live. It
Yeah.
starts at 6 p.m. It ends at 9 p.m. And I get off about 5:30. It's an hour drive, so I'm going to be late. But he talked me into going because he said networking. It's a ladies' night. It's by invitation only, and managed to score two spots. So a friend of mine who does ride, she's going with me. Because one, I don't like driving at night. At my age, I just don't see that well at night. So I
Mm-hmm.
like to have someone with me to say, "Oh, watch out for that," or "Oh, you're going to go off the road." Oh, something. And so, yeah, a friend of mine, she's decided, yeah, she'd love to come. She said, "This is intriguing," but I'm going to go with a handful of my new business cards, and I actually managed to put my QR code on these. Ooh, what a bonus! And get ready because I've got to leave there no later than when they close. I'm hoping to get out of there early, do a little networking, say, hey, you guys want your cards read? Come to the show tomorrow. It's in Medicine Hat, which is where the bike shop is. And but I got to be at back there the next morning at 8 o'clock to set up. And all I can think is, whose brilliant idea was this? And what was I thinking saying yes? Yeah, because I mean, I'll still have to come home, drop Naomi off, um, pick up, load my car and get ready to go the next morning because I said I would. And then the only other thing I have to do after that is I'm doing a workshop at Divine Mind in South Calgary on December the
Mm.
6th. And that one will be fun because I'm doing that Tell Me a Story workshop. That thing is a blast. I mean, an absolute blast. I use the Celtic cross and poker chips, and I always use the wizard's pets at that point because it's just mostly
Yeah,
for
I
fun.
love the tell me a story you do. Mm-hmm.
It's so, I have said so many people, well, what started it was somebody said, "Oh my gosh, I never use the Celtic cross. It's so confusing and it's hard to read and it's this and it's that." And I'm going, "Yeah, you can breeze through that thing in 10 minutes." No, you can't. I'll prove it. And so that's what I did with this Tell Me a Story workshop, is it taught people how to don't worry about the meanings. I gave them a cheat sheet, but still, don't worry about the meanings. Look at the picture and tell me your part of the story. And it's sort of like a game of gossip, you
Mm-hmm.
know, where or secret, whatever you call it. We played it as kids. Somebody would give you a piece of paper, you'd read it, then you whisper in this person's ear, and then they don't read it. They just whisper in the next person's ear. And after it goes around about 10 times, you have a completely different story. And this is what it's like.
Yep.
Each position is read from the card that that person draws, and it's built on for each consecutive draw in each consecutive position. And I mean, we've gone through everything from she doesn't want to tell her dad she's an exotic dancer to, I mean, just boom. Some of the stories people come up with are beautiful, they're wonderful, but it teaches them to relax, tell the story, and just say what you feel, say what you see, say what is here.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many people have said that it was the best workshop. It taught them to just shut up and read.
Mm.
So easy. I think I sent you that,
Oh, I
didn't I?
love your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Mama Bear.
Well, my
That's
new
great.
grandson, he was born on the 26th of November. No, this is November, October. He was born November 26th, and his name is Bear, but it's spelled Behr.
There you go.
So Mama
Oh,
Bear, Baby Bear.
by the way, Michelle's in the chat, and I asked her how she's doing and how's
Oh,
Dan. She says, I'm feeling better, but I have a cough and I'm using a squeaky voice. And about Dan, she said that he is hurting, but he's doing better. Thank goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Michelle says, I had so much fun doing that story game. It's fun and helpful. Good energy and healing to both of you and your crew. Oh, that was you saying hi back. Yeah, so yeah, if you didn't see my email or my posts yesterday, Michelle had to postpone her show, Michelle's Mystic Corner. Her topic was rituals and altars, which sounds really cool, but she's going to do it on the 22nd on the same episode that she does her crown chair Saturday. Monthly she does that show. She had to postpone because Dan just got out of the ER. He has back problems. They've got colds at Michelle's. All kinds of crazy stuff going on. So that's why she's not here today and why we had to postpone the show yesterday. But when we get to the part where I talk about the upcoming shows, there'll be more on that. Um,
Dex,
Woo.
did you pull a card for the day?
Yeah, I'm going to do that in just a sec. Michelle
Okay.
said, woohoo. I'm glad to still be doing the show still. Yep, it's been many, 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 many years now. So yeah, I pulled the card of the day today and I got a really great card. I got the Wheel of Fortune, one of
Wow.
my favorite cards to get. Yeah, so basically what this card is saying is the wheel is turning. This is a moment of powerful, positive change for all. So, with the whole world, for the world, this signals a major breakthrough. The current cycle of struggle is ending, and global efforts towards harmony and progress are about to receive a burst of good fortune and momentum. Expect long awaited solutions to suddenly click into place. Now, remember, we're in a world year of 9. We're ending a 9-year cycle this year. In fact, it's almost over. And then with 2026, that's a 1 year. We're starting a brand new 9-year cycle. So this makes absolute sense. And for the individual, for you, this means your personal luck is on the upswing. Trust that the challenges you faced have prepared you for the opportunities appearing now. Be ready to act. Be ready to act on the surprising chances that come your way. Your destiny is calling for an upgrade. So the overall message is clear. Luck is with us. The tide is turning towards success. Now, what about action? What can you do? What action should you take? So I got 3 of them for you. First one,
Okay.
be observant. recognition. Good luck often shows up disguised as a simple opportunity or casual connection. Today, you should be hyper aware. Pay close attention to chance meetings, unexpected phone calls, or synchronistic events. The universe is setting up a positive alignment for you. If you aren't looking, you'll be missing the sign. Number two, embrace flexibility, adaptation. The wheel of fortune is in motion itself. The wheel's in motion. Do not rigidly stick to yesterday's plan if a new, better path opens up. Be ready to pivot quickly. That's a big takeaway. If an old problem suddenly presents a novel solution, drop your previous approach and seize the new momentum. And lastly, action number three, release the past. Yes, we're in a world year of 9. That's, a lot of us have already done that. If you haven't, you still got month and a half, a little more than a month and a half to go. So start looking at things that no longer serve you, stuff that's been in your closet for 6 months, 6 years, your garage, and then that's literally, but also figuratively. So what habits are you holding on to? What relationships no longer serve you? Beliefs that no longer serve you, right? Don't waste time worrying about past mistakes or losses. The wheel is moving forward, not backward. Forward. Mentally clear the slate to make room for the fresh, lucky energy coming your way. The past cycles are over. Focus only on the positive future cycle beginning now. The core takeaway: be open, be ready, and when the opportunity presents itself, don't hesitate. Take the chance. Take the chance. Yes. So that's everything going on with that card of the day.
Okay, I pulled one too, just because.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the Fool,
Yeah,
which
starting off on a
segues
new
right
path.
into everything that you said. I mean,
Talk
here
about
you are.
synchronicities.
Yeah, well, we've always done that. But I mean, here you are at a crossroads
Mm-hmm.
and or at the edge of a cliff. I mean, it's you're at that situation where you either have to take a leap of faith and trust, or you're going to just get mired down and not be able to go anywhere. So take a deep breath and take a step. You're fine. And you can't get it wrong. I promise. There's 3 choices: good, better, and best. Look at your best and choose that. Okay? Anyway, there. There we go. Yay.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you know what else I want to mention? We just had our Halloween show, right? And remember that Astral Connection spread and also the Witch's New Year spread? This is a good time to pull those out
It is.
and do those spreads. And if you didn't get the PDF handout, I'm going to put the link in the chat here, psychic.cafe/Halloween 2025. And I think, hold on a second, Pam. I think I might, did I? No, that's our website, by the way. Come over to the website and sign up. Where's the Halloween PDF? There it is. There's the URL. You don't even need the www, just psychic.cafe/Halloween 2025. That'll give you that PDF. It's got all kinds of cool Halloween deck. I know Halloween's over, but you can get decks cheaper now. Maybe they're on sale and be ready for next Halloween, right? Plus, you can use a Halloween deck any time of the year. But those 2 spreads and how to do them are on the PDF. So go check that out. Go check that out. Couple other things I want to mention real quick while we're mentioning stuff. Of course, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like these videos. Take a look at
Yes.
our playlist because we've got God, what do we got in there, Pamela? We got workshops, reviews, all kinds of cool stuff. Watch some of those videos, hit the like button. That's really going to help us with our watch time and subscribing helps a lot. We're still trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers, and just checking in my list of things here. The other thing I wanted to mention real quick is the fall sale is still underway. Everything's 67 bucks, more or less. So it's over at psychic.cafe/fall. I'll put that in the chat here. Psychic.cafe/fall. There we go. Pop that in the chat. And so basically, my readings normally $99.99, $67 right now. Membership normally $78 a year, $67. Certification, if you're already a member, you go to the private members group, and there's a square link in there for you to get certification at half price. So instead of $138 per level, it's $67 per level. So this is good for the first level if you've never been certified before, certified tarot reader. But if you want to get certified tarot professional, certified tarot master, and up, if you're ready for the next level, it's just $67 right now. Now, if you're not a member, you have to be a member to apply for certification. We made that change the beginning of this year. And however, if you're not a member yet, we've got a combination deal. So instead of signing up for membership for 67 and then getting the certification for 67, that would be what? 134? We have a package deal on that fall sale page, psychic.cafe/fall, where you can get membership and certification together for one price, 99 bucks. And then there's my course. My course is $100 off right now. It's I think it's $199 or 3 payments of 67, whichever is easier. And when you enroll in my course, Tarot by the Numbers, you also get your membership and certification included. That's right. So it's a banging deal. So get on that, psychic.cafe/fall. I don't know how much longer it's going to be around. So go check that out. So yeah, I just want to do a few announcements there. A little later in the show, we'll do upcoming shows because yes, we've got lots of great things coming up for the rest of November. In fact, this month, there's 5 of these shows because there's a 5th Saturday. So Michelle does we always take the first Saturday off. I have meetings. Second, third, and fourth Saturday is Michelle's Mystic Corner. And then sometimes there's a 5th Saturday. This month there is. So there's going to be back-to-back shows. So stand by for that. What else is going on? What else is going on? Oh, I know. I want to pop in. If you want to grab the Steel Wizard, this is Pamela's fabulous deck. And we have a URL for you, psychic.cafe/Steel Wizard. It's Steel, 2 E's, L, and an E. So Steely Wizard. Psychic.cafe/Steel Wizard. And you can grab that. And I just put the link in the chat if you don't have Pamela's deck. And it's actually a deck and book set with a fabulous, magnetic lid and everything. Let's check the price today. Oh, no sales on Amazon Prime, at least in my location. Could be different in the UK, could be different in Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Germany, wherever you are. $34.99 where I'm at right now. Great price too, because a lot of those deck sets are in the $50 range. So, but keep checking back because a lot of times it goes on sale, right, Pam?
And it's not one that lasts. It'll last for 24 to 48 hours sometimes. So if you keep checking. And by the way, anybody who has a copy, would you please leave a review? Those are
Yeah,
like
what's
gold
with the
author.
review?
I don't know.
Do more
I mean,
reviews,
I
folks.
always leave reviews if I like a book or anything. In fact, one was sent to me, and I don't even
Yeah.
know what it is yet because it just came in a plain unmarked box from Game Crafters. So I'm not sure who sent it to
Ooh,
me,
Game
but
Crafters.
yeah.
Cool. I love
So
self-published decks.
yeah, me too. So I'm just kind of hanging in there to see who it's from, and I haven't opened it yet. Actually, I could do that now. I'm nosy. So let's see, because I mean it's in a plain box, nothing fancy there. Brown paper, plain brown paper.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
What's that?
I don't know. Something fell down.
Uh-oh. What'd you
I'll find it
drop?
in a minute, whatever it is. And here we have a deck. And let's try no more paper cuts today to be funny. Oh, special thank you to Travis McHenry for contribution to public domain. And thank you all for supporting independence and self-published creators. It's
Mm-hmm.
the Angel Sigil,
The
78
angel sigil.
tarot-sized cards
Oh,
and guidebook. Oh my gosh, this is by Irina, my lucky card. Oh, I can't remember where she said she's from.
look at
Somewhere.
that, folks. We're doing a live unboxing here on the
Yeah. Oh
live
my
stream
gosh,
show.
she's part of the tarot deck creators group. She's actually
Right.
my co manager on the group.
Oh, okay.
And well, on the group, which is private, but the what we use, we have also have a page, and we do these amazing promotions on it, and it's got like 3,000 or more followers on it. But yeah, these are wow, these are really cool because what it does is it lists whatever which angel, and most of
Mm-hmm.
this I can't even pronounce. But
Does it
I
got the
mean,
sigil on it?
yeah, it's
I'm
got
trying to see.
oh
It's
crap.
very shiny. Oh, okay.
Yeah, can you see that?
Oh, wow. That's more complicated sigil than I thought was going to be
Isn't
on it.
it interesting?
Very cool.
Yeah, and it's phenomenal. And there's that was number 72, 71. They're in order here. And let's see what's the
Oh. So there's
oh,
78 like a tarot deck,
yeah, like a tarot.
but they're numbered 1 through 78.
Yeah, well, yeah, 1 through 72, because the
Oh,
first card, as you can see, it's kind of like the full card here. It doesn't have a number
okay.
on it.
No number. Okay.
So
That makes
anyway, I'll
sense.
have to do a full review on this. This is absolutely phenomenal. Well, thank you, Irina.
That's
Or Lucky. She goes by Lucky Card, but it's Irina. To me, it's
lucky.
Irina. And yeah, so this is exciting. And she sent this. That's what I
Oh,
was showing you.
oh,
Um,
is that a
and
is that a
I
book?
think it's a book. I'm not really sure. Like it just showed
Or
up
at least
yesterday as I was,
explanation sheets, maybe is what it is. Or
I'm hoping because I get so lost. I mean, this is kind of Maria's genre, not mine,
yeah,
but
I don't
I'm
know
definitely,
angel sigils, so I'd
oh
get lost.
my goodness. This is it says, yeah, it's a guidebook. The whole thing. It's
Oh,
oh my goodness.
very cool.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I'm
so
gonna have to
is that available on
I'm sure it is. I'm
what's the
sure it is.
website again?
Game Crafters.
Oh yeah, Game
She's on,
Crafter. Yeah,
but
so
let's see, she
guys,
goes
you
by
can look for that. You can look for that deck now.
Angel Sigil.
Angel Sigil.
Let me put that in the let me put that in the chat. It's called the Angel Sigil.
Support self-published deck creators and artists, folks. Absolutely. While you're doing that, Pam, real quick, I'm going to check out the chat room. If you, oh, I see Astrid came in and Irene came in. Hi, Irene. That's iBoner. And every
You
time I
did
see
not
that
say that.
name, everything, well, it's iBoner. But anyway, let's say iBon. Well, how would you say Bonner? But it's not an A. Bonner. Anyway, Green Earth Creations, Jimmy's in
Bonner.
there.
It would be Bonner, not Boner. Boner would only have
But it's got two N's. That's
I
Boner.
know, but that's Bonner.
Bonner would be one N.
No,
Anyway,
think of Donner, the Donner Pass.
English people, English, I mean, I liked it better when it just, well, she should have put Irene B. That would make more sense. I know who it is, Astrid's in
But
there. I said hi to Astrid a minute ago and Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy, you made it. Yeah, not on camera, but you made it to the show at least. That's good. Um, let's see. Michelle says she'll be getting Beetlejuice tarot next week. That'll be great for next Halloween. Plus, hey, Michelle, do a video review. We got to get more stuff on the channel. Maria had a question. I don't see many questions. So if you have any question, and when I say questions, I'm not just talking readings, questions about anything. anything about, tarot in general, numerology, any of the other things that
Runes.
Pamela and I deal with, like runes. Um, if you have questions about going professional as a reader or psychic advisor, if you have questions about, what's it like to join the Tarot Guild and why get certified, how to get your business going. In fact, I got some stuff on that. Maybe if there's time later in the show on, do you need a website? There's a lot of really cool stuff out there. And one of them that I found I love, that I want to introduce you guys to, if you're not already familiar with, a way to be online without the limitations of something like Linktree, but not spending $2,000 to build a website. Although I do have an inexpensive website solution for you as well. But if you have questions about, maybe joining us as a host here on the network, also, if you've got a very specific question, just type it in the chat. If you don't have a specific question, but you still want us to pull cards for you, just request a message from the universe, or can I hear something from my guides or my angels? I like message from the universe myself. That's my favorite. But there was one from Maria in here. It was an interesting one that I don't get these very often. I'm wondering, Dax, had anyone put a black magic on me? A medium told me that someone put black magic. I'm thinking spells. By the way, Michelle on her next show next Saturday is doing intention spells. So another synchronicity, Pam. A medium told me that someone put a black magic spell, I'm adding that in, on my dad as a generational curse. My dad is dead now, but is it possible? Look, anything's possible. However, your red flag should go up immediately when, especially tarot readers don't often do this, but most of the scam artists, are psychics and psychic mediums. And when they tell you you've got a generational curse, if they try to get money out of you, run, don't walk the other way. Now, I'm going to pull cards on it, Maria, and see what I get. But, I doubt that you have a generational curse, especially coming from a psychic medium. Now, um, it doesn't mean that people don't, believe in these things. And often the power of it is your belief in it versus it being an actual thing. Would you agree, Pam?
Well, that plus the fact, like think about it, whatever you put out there comes back threefold. So
Mm-hmm.
if somebody is projecting this to you, they
Right.
that's the dumbest thing they can do because it's going to hit them full face and it's not going to let
Yeah.
go until they let it go. So it's
And
not really about you, it's about them.
right. And I don't know anything about this, as far as curses go. I would think that putting a generational curse on a family would be a lot more difficult than doing a simple curse on somebody. And then when they pass away, it goes away anyway. So unless they did it right kind of thing. But here, let me tell you what I'm getting. So I pulled some cards real quick. I got the Five of Pentacles, and that may be how you're feeling right now, a little out in the cold. And rushing in to save the day is the Knight of Swords. Swords are thoughts and ideas. Again, what I'm getting in the cards is reinforcing, Pam, what we just said about it's how you're thinking about this. It's your thoughts and ideas combined with your feelings on this situation that give it power. Otherwise, it doesn't really have power. And then just for the, flat, absolute yes, no, I pulled a card and I got a major arcana card. So this is the lovers. This is 6 in numerology, which is success and divine protection. All right. The lovers card, and nowadays people often use the literal meaning, whereas in much older tarot decks going back hundreds of years, there was actually three people, and it was a choice. It was about a choice. So you can choose to give this thing power, or you could choose to just simply ask for divine intercession, right? And the overall message I got from this card was no, there's no generational curse. But if you're feeling like this, you're giving it power, you need to put your focus on help. Just literally ask your guardian angel for help, or the divine, or however you think, any higher power that is in your belief system, you know, and that's what to do, really.
Well, truthfully though, like when you go back to like Dex said, the origins, it's a choice between vice and virtue, what is sacred
Mm-hmm.
and what is profane.
Mm-hmm.
So if you choose what is sacred, there's no way the profane can have a foothold. There's no way. And we've proven that a gazillion times over the decades. It just doesn't work. So
Mm-hmm.
it, like he said, point blank, it only has power if you give it power.
Yeah.
So don't give it power. Simple.
And in the chat, Maria has said thank you, and you explained that a lot well. And earlier she said, "Is that a yes or no?" But I already answered that. It's a no. I'm getting a no that there isn't one. However, it doesn't matter whether there is or there isn't. It's how are you feeling, and you need to change your thoughts and feelings to get in alignment with how you want things to be. And that's the best way to move forward. Remember the card of the day and all that about moving forward. We're going into a new cycle here. That's the way to do things. Rather than dwelling on the past. Remember, my write up on that on the card of the day also talked about the Wheel of Fortune moving forward, not getting away from the past. Okay, so it's not about going back and fixing the past. Or you hear people talking about, cutting the cosmic strings and all kinds, doing all this shadow work, doing all this stuff. Yeah, you can do that. But I always tell people nowadays the real strength is in the light. And the light is the future, is how you want things to be, putting your attention on how you want it to be and focusing on that, not on lack, not on supposed curses or anything along those lines, rather than trying to, rather than giving $10,000 to that psychic medium to, break the generational curse, which is basically why people tell you you're cursed, you know, um, rather than working on that in the past, how do you want your future to be? That, to me, that's way more powerful. Yeah. And you can do some tapping on that. Just go on YouTube and look up EFT tapping. What else is going on? And let's see. Trying to see if there's any other questions in here, Pam.
There were, I lost them.
Oh, Astrid had, I would love a message from Spirit. What do I need to know most right now? Can you pull a card for Astrid?
Sure.
Let's
Astrid.
see. And meanwhile, I'll look and see if Jimmy or Irene Bonner
Oh, you know
or
what?
any.
This is so crazy.
Go ahead.
Um,
Oh, Jean's in there too. Hi, Jean.
Card number one, you got the Ace of Cups. Okay. This is the beginning of something wonderful. And well, we're tying right back into Dax's cards of the day. It's time for you to allow the more authentic feelings that you have to surface and to guide you. Okay. And don't be afraid if your cup feels empty, because in order for it to fill with the divinity that you're putting into it. Now, it really does need to empty first. So if it feels like you're a
Mhm.
little bit lost, you're a little bit, whatever, the advice on how to do that. And this card has come up so many times in the last 2 weeks, I can't even begin to count. And I don't mean just in like every time I turn around, I see this card. And what I like about it the most is it is telling you to leave all thoughts, beliefs, and other things that are holding you back, leave it firmly behind you. Well, if you look closely at this card, instead of having the six in swords in the boat, like most show it, this one left him on the beach. In other words, whatever beliefs, whatever thought processes are holding you back. Like for instance, it wasn't safe to cross the street by yourself when you're a toddler. I mean, that was a hardcore truth. You knew that. You had to hold somebody's hand. But as an adult, you can safely
Mhm.
cross the street. So look at the beliefs that you're holding on to, the thoughts that are guiding you. If you're telling yourself, I can't, you're right. If you tell yourself, I can, you're right. But stop
I love
wanting
that.
anything. Choose what you choose your next experience. Choose all of your experiences. You don't have to want anything because wanting gives you that express joy of the universe being the way she is, wanting, fill in the blank. But if you say, I choose peace, I choose a state of grace, I choose a loving partner, I choose, and live that for 15 minutes a night, every night before you go to sleep for 3 nights, you'll see a way forward on the fourth day. But you cannot choose for another person. The
Ah,
end.
yeah.
Okay. Any
Perfect.
questions?
I forget who originally said that. Was it Ford that said that about the, if you think you're wrong, you're right. If you think you're right, you're right. Or if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're
I
right.
think
Or
that was Yoda.
something like that. I'll always go with
Do or
Yoda.
do not. There is no try. Yeah,
Do
it
or
was
do
definitely
not.
Yoda.
There is no try. Absolutely. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention in the beginning of the show, so it's not going to help with this show, but next weekend, you guys that are members, I love talking about the benefits you get as members. And I'm going to talk about another one in just a sec. Um, you can join us on these Zoom calls. You can be up here with Pamela and I and Michelle and Ellie and everybody that pops on, Dr. Rose sometimes and everything. And it's for our members and students of my course. So if you have questions on the course, this is where you can get live mentoring and coaching and answers to your questions. If you are already a professional and you need help with your business, you have questions about social media, marketing, websites, platforms, um, how to price your services, all those kind of questions. You can get mentoring and coaching on these live Zoom calls at least once a week. No other organization does that. Once a week, we're on here. You can join us up here on the Zoom call. The information page about what I'm talking about is psychic.cafe/Zoom. And there's links there on that page to the private members group and the private course group. That's where you're going to find the Zoom links to join us on these shows. Now, if you're not a member yet, there's a link on there. It takes you over to the membership information page, psychic.cafe/guild. Do not buy your membership there because remember the fall sale. Hello, it's on sale. You can join for $67, So go and join the member. Yeah, and by the way, you don't have to be a professional reader or wanting to become a professional reader or even interested in learning tarot or numerology or anything like that. You could just be one of our viewers. That's what, less than $6 a month. It's like the cost of a latte a month, and you can come on here and be live with us on the Zoom calls and ask your questions, and we'll pull cards for you. We can do live readings with you. Yes, you can ask in the chat like we're all doing right now, but this is even better. If you're a member and you come on, that means your question's definitely going to get answered. We take uh, members' questions and reading requests that come on the Zoom calls first, or in chat for that matter, and we spend more time with you. We let you ask follow-up questions. That's another great reason why you want to become a member. Let me see.
Michelle had a question.
What was that? I missed it. I can't
Um,
read it.
I'll take a message from the universe, please.
Awesome. Awesome. Why don't you pull a card for Michelle then?
I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think she'd
my,
rather hear from you than me. You're the grandmaster.
oh, come on. I'm the grandma. That's the big thing.
You're the grandma
Oh,
master, which we shrunk down to grandmaster.
okay. I loved it. I'm only going to do one because it's the perfect card ever, ever, ever. It's judgment. Okay. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Judgment is the recreation of self on a cellular level forward. It actually can, it can truthfully, you can reactivate your stem cells with this. Okay. But the fastest way to improve your DNA and to bump everything into overdrive is to contract a virus like you and Dan have now. Okay, because as your body fights this off, it'll do it more naturally than anything. And this adds strands to your DNA so it won't happen again. It also helps you evolve. So you want to know what you're doing right now? You're in the process of evolution. You're recreating yourself from the inside out, and there's absolutely nothing to worry about. You go nuts because this is for you. You got this. Okay?
Awesome. And I just told Michelle in chat that I've got a message for her too. Because I said, you know what? I'm just gonna pull a couple cards, see what comes up. And I got great shit. Anyway, but before I go there, I probably just lost monetization by saying the S word. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't.
But I did want to say hello to Dr. Rose that came in. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Rose. Mystic Tarot Path with Dr. Rose. And Ladybug's in there too. Hey, Ladybug, you made it. We got about 15 minutes left here. Quick message for Michelle. This is really cool. Number one, the star card.
Yes.
That's right. The star. Michelle, as soon as I got this, instantly, I didn't think of the normal meanings of this card. What popped in my head was Michelle needs to be the star. Okay. You're not being you started, you were doing pretty good there. You were making videos and posting all over the place. You need to get back to being the star. You need to be the star of the show, you know. And I don't know if that means more shows or more content from the shows or getting out there more or doing something daily or multiple times a week instead of waiting for the next, live broadcast. Getting out, for a while there, you were doing a lot of like reviews and one-off videos on topics, things like that. The other card I got is Three of Pentacles, working in collaboration with others. So I think you should be looking at that too. What can you collab on? Yeah. So another great message for Michelle. If anybody else, because people just came in, if anybody else has a question, get it in the chat quick. Dr. Rose, Ladybug. We haven't heard from Jimmy since he came in, I think. He might have said one or two things in the chat. Did we do Irene's? It's been a while. What do my guides want me to know?
Didn't I do that? No.
I don't think we did Irene's.
I
Yeah, I
don't think
just
so.
know I scroll way up and I just noticed that question from her.
Okay, because I'm not able to scroll. I'm having trouble with YouTube today, so I
That's
don't
okay.
know.
I got it. Oh, wait, I want to. Did you do Dion's?
Nope. That name does not ring a bell today.
Oh, I found two. So there's one from Irene and two posts below that, one from Dion. Hi, I wanted to find out how long you see me living in my new apartment. I love it, but want to buy a house. So and she says, Pamela, please. So why don't you do Dion's, because she specifically mentioned you there.
Okay.
uh, so she wants to find out how long she'll be living in her apartment. She wants to buy a house. And then Irene
Okay.
was checking with her guides. We're just going to do that's basically a message from the universe one. While
Yeah.
you're getting ready for that, let me do some more quick announcements,
Okay.
get this stuff out of the way. upcoming shows. I did mention intention spells is the topic for Michelle's Mystic Corner next Saturday, November 15th. Mark your calendars. Michelle will hopefully be healthy again and be back. And then that Sunday, another one of these Psychic Cafe live shows, which again is also the live Zoom call where you can join us if you're a member. And then the following weekend, Saturday, November 22nd, is Michelle's monthly Crown Share Saturday. Bring your deck because she does a card of the day. We use that card all show long, along with other cards that she pulls and we pull. And if you remember, you can join her on the Zoom call, and we all pull cards together for the questions that come in chat. But also because she had to postpone, hasn't been feeling so well yesterday and everything, and also taking care of Dan. Her topic, rituals and altars, that was supposed to be yesterday, she's going to do that on Saturday, November 22nd. And that Sunday will be another Psychic Cafe Live. And you may be noticing there's no topics. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit real quick about websites. And do you need a website as a tarot reader? And we may throw in little topics, but they're going to be really quick topics. They're not going to be like we do normally, like 35, 40 minutes talking before we get to reading stuff. I just wanted to try this out for November, kind of like, I don't know, Pamela, like freehand things, And then the very last weekend is the 29th, Saturday the 29th and Sunday the 30th. Back-to-back shows like this. That means 2 more opportunities to join us on the Zoom call. Yes, join us on the Zoom call. And before we go back to those, last couple of readings, let me talk about this for a second. I'm going to see if I can share my screen, Pamela. Pamela, you have a website.
Yes.
Yeah. And over the years and doing different ones, and has it been a pain?
Oh yeah.
And you recently said something about I need to update it.
I did.
I think.
I did. It's really not that big a deal. It's just taking the time to do it and making sure you get everything right.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Should you have a website? Here's a new website that I'm working on for the Tarot Guild. Yeah, I thought it was time to, get a 1-page website up. We have Psychic Cafe, the community, but it's a little confusing when you land there. And rather than just doing a landing page, I said, hey, let's do a new website for the Tarot Guild that's really cool with video, and we'll have membership and different things like that. Also, by the way, when you click on the community, it actually takes you over to our Facebook group with 6,600 members on Facebook. Yeah, we're going to start leaning into our Facebook group. It needs some love. So that's the community button. And then all the other buttons are just going to move you down on this page. And all I've built really is this and the logo. All this was just generated by AI, which is fantastic, except for this part. I put this in, which is articles, blog posts. I added a blog to this, which we may or may not use. Still figuring this all out. We're going to be working on that through November, but I wanted to show you, what a clean website, simple, looks like on here. Oh, by the way, just today, I had to mention this real quick, Pam. I was talking to Michelle about that website, and I still have thetarotguild.com, but it's kind of long. You want to try to go shorter, like psychic.cafe is short. The other thing is, it sounds kind of stuffy to me now. I loved Tarot Guild 20 years ago, 21 years ago now. And I still love Tarot Guild, but not the URL. And we used to have tarotguild.com. We gave it up. And when we decided to put another website up. We got thetarotguild.com because someone else had grabbed tarotguild.com, which we had had for, I don't know, 5-10 years, something like that. And it's for sale. You can get it, but it's $5,000. Anyway, I asked Pamela, not Pamela, I'm sorry, Pam. I'm talking to Pamela. Pamela, I asked Michelle what she thought about going with a shorter one. And I was waiting to hear back from her because, she's not feeling well. Uh, so I went over to Gemini AI and I typed in everything going on and said, you're a master tarot advisor. What's your advice on, should we use the one we have, the tarotguild.com, or get a shorter one, something like tarotbiz.com, and focus that website on helping people with doing their business, the business of tarot, which is what a guild should be, right? And oh my God, it was scary, the output that I got from Gemini. It was so dead on and so, what's the word for it? Intricate. I can't think of the word for it. It detailed, very detailed, pulled tarot cards. The explanation fit perfectly with tarot cards. It's getting better and better, Pam. You know, it's really scary. It's really scary. But it leaned into it didn't do either or. It was more like, well, this is what you should focus on if you go with the tarotguild.com. This is what you should focus on if you go with something like tarotbiz.com. But then at the end, it suggested tarotbiz.com because it's, not, it's shorter. It's not as stuffy sounding as the tarotguild.com. And then Michelle finally got back to me and she said the same thing. So this morning I grabbed tarotbiz.com, and that's going to be our new business aimed website for the Tarot Guild. But I also wanted to show you a couple things real quick. One is, I've built a lot of these one-page websites. Should you have a website? I think you should. I mean, most people are doing social media. They're doing YouTube. They're doing Instagram, TikTok. And I'm not saying don't do that, but remember, you don't own your space. So you should be getting people to a website or some other platform. I'm going to tell you more about that in a sec. But you should be capturing email addresses, whether you need to give a little PDF away or some kind of freebie, or even a really cheap price product for $7 or $9.99 or something like that, and get your email list growing. But as far as websites, because 90% of people, maybe not that high, I hear numbers 60, 70, 80% of people, when they go to your website, they're on a phone. They're on their phone. They're not on desktop like this. So the reason why a lot of people putting up new websites are going to one-page websites, and what I mean by that is, we used to have a separate, like all these links up here, we used to have a separate page built for each one of these. Instead, now, when you click on calendar, it takes you down to the calendar section, and you can download the calendar for the month. This is my American Legion post. I built this for my American Legion post. The newsletter, our location, it just scrolls down there. About us, it just scrolls up to that section. Leadership, it just scrolls to that section. And why? Because if you're on a phone and you're clicking on these links and it's opening a new tab, it's much harder on a phone to move between tabs on a mobile browser than it is on a regular browser where you have your tabs up here. So instead, everything's on one page. And if you click on something like go down, check out the newsletter, You're still on the same page if you want to scroll up or scroll down to different sections. So I highly recommend that unless you're doing a blog, you can add a blog on a separate page. But I highly recommend for tower professionals to have a one-page website and put everything on that page, your contact information, your buy buttons, your readings, and so forth. Here's another one I did for St. Jude's Anglican Church here in Tucson. Same thing. You click on location, it takes you all the way to the bottom to the map and the information. Click on calendar, it takes you to their calendar. Leadership, there's Father Dave, George, and Gene. About section pops you up there. Contact, we have a contact thing, and it's also for prayer requests as well. Donation buttons thrown in and stuff like that. But it's all on one page. So I highly recommend that you have a website, and or you use some other platform. A lot of people, for instance, in their Instagram, the only place you're allowed to put an actual clickable link on Instagram, which I hate, is in your bio, Pam. So if I go to Instagram real quick here and go to my page, okay, the only clickable link is going to be in your section here, and most people have their website, and you can click and go to the website. And a lot of people use Linktree, which is really cool. You put all of your links on a single page, and you have a URL that takes them to that page. So you only have to put one URL in here, and then it's going to have all your social media and places on your website that you want people to take you to and everything like that. The problem with that is that that's the end of the functionality with Linktree. Whereas you could do something like another platform. This is the one I would recommend, and that is Stand.store. This one allows you, like Linktree, to have a single link, stand.store/your name. So stand.store/Dax Carlisle or whatever, Pamela Steele. And it takes you to a page that's optimized for mobile. Yes, there's still the desktop view, but it's designed for mobile. But and of course you can have all of your links on there just like the Linktree, but it gives you a lot more functionality. And I'll do a longer video on this explaining this, but it gives you a calendar where they can pick their date and time and book a session with you. You can sell PDF downloads. You can sell a membership. You can start a membership community. You can put courses, full video courses on here. Courses, downloads. There's so many things that you can put on here beyond just links like Linktree. It's fully functional with everything. In fact, it combines what you would have to get 5, 6, 7, 10 platforms to do. Really, really cool. So as an example, I'm going to click on Millie's. And so this would be desktop view. And she's got a link to Amazon where she sells her gear, her content creator gear. She's got her course, a $27 course that you can get, a $1 download. That's that building email. By the way, it replaces MailChimp and Email Octopus and MailerLite and all those mail programs that you're paying for is all included in this. There's even set up your own stand store. There's even affiliate where if someone sets up their stand store, you get paid every month as long as they have a stand. They're paying for their stand store, right? and anything else you want to put on or sell or do a community, but it still also has all your links, just like Linktree. And then I don't know if it's going to do this, Pam, but if I go like this, are you seeing the view where it's like a phone?
Yep.
So this is the phone view, and it's optimized for that per phone. And then let me go back real quick and just quickly show you. There are other platforms that'll let you do this. You can start a school, SKOOL. You know, if you're doing a course, for instance, you can do a school page, school on the school platform, have a course and a community and so forth. Squarespace, there's like all these platforms, but StanStore, zero transaction fees. Yes, you have the bank transaction fee, but most of these platforms like Patreon and so forth, they're taking a cut. YouTube as well is taking a cut if you have a membership on YouTube, like 30%, you get 70%. Zero transaction fees on StanStore. And here's an example of the things that it replaces. So course builder platform like Learn, God, I can't remember them off the top of my head. All the learning platforms that you put courses on, Udemy and so forth like that, that you would have to pay for, like Kajabi, replaces Kajabi. The actual pay, replaces Squarespace and Linktree, of course. Google Analytics, they actually have audience analytics. It replaces having to have Google Analytics through a paid service, ManyChat. You can have automatic Instagram, automatic direct messages, but you have to pay for that. This is all included. So you can set it up where when somebody on Instagram sends a DM and they you can tell them in a video on your Instagram or a card or something, image you post. Video is better, of course. And you can say in there, hey, to get my free such and such download, or to get this, or to do this, put George in the chat, or put George, comment George, or DM me George. And this will automatically send them a DM back. So you don't have to be doing it yourself. It's all automated. Email lists and newsletter builder, again, replacing MailChimp and MailerLite and Email Octopus. And a lot of other few things that add us up to like $443 you get for $29 a month. So I would highly recommend using this, especially if you're wanting to do automated marketing DMs on Instagram. You want to put a course, digital downloads, you're selling products and services. You can do away with your Calendly and Acuity scheduling and all those different booking apps. It's all, everything is included for you. And yes, you have to pay $29 a month, but it's a lot cheaper than doing all these things separately. And you can do that, with or without a website. And the other thing I wanted to mention is if you're a member of the Tarot Guild, I will help you set this up. I have flat fees for Tarot Guild members for helping you set up a StanStore or a website. Your membership, when you join, and it's an annual membership, and I'm thinking for 2026 to add in some monthly versions, monthly memberships, and your hosting for your website is included free with your membership. And then I charge a small fee to set up a website for you. So don't go out there and spend $1,500, $1,000, $800, $2,000 to get a website built. Join the membership for $67. It's on sale right now, and contact me. And I'll tell you about what we can do as far as building you a website and or setting up a stand store for you. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I'll do some um, videos where I go more in depth into the functionality of stand store and why it's a really, really smart move, as well as one-page websites. And what's the best practices now for websites for tarot readers. Let's go back, and we're going to end the show in just a minute here, but we had those couple of questions.
Dion, wasn't it?
Dion, you have Dion's. You want to go with hers?
Yeah. It was about the apartment she's in right now
Right.
versus buying a home, etc. And the cards I got, the first one is that you're where you're supposed to be, and you're in the perfect place at the perfect time. Because
Mm,
what the card that came up is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is a great beginning. It's on solid ground for you. You're not on quicksand right now, you're on granite, so everything's good. Stay put. And the reason is because it feels like what this card is telling me, because it's the Hangman reverse, is you're trying to push the river. You're trying to do too much at once. Stay focused on what you're doing now, because what's going to happen is it ain't going to happen. Not right away. You got a ways to go. You've got to finish getting your feet on the ground and building what you've got, plus, plus, plus. I mean, the way is there, but it ain't going to happen real quick. You're going to have to work for it, and you're going to have to be patient. But yeah, take your time. Let everything fall away that doesn't belong right now, because this is where you're at right now. You're in a safe space. So hold that space for as long as you need to. You'll know when it's time. You'll get a green light. It just isn't going to be right away. Okay, so slow down. That's the thing. That's the basic message of Pentacles, and that's the way to do it. Doke. What
awesome.
else?
And real quick for, oh, I don't want to mess this up. I think it was Astrid. Would love a message from. Did we already do Astrid, or wait? It was
What was the
above
question?
Dion's. Oh, I think it was Irene. Astrid's was message from Spirit. I think we already did that. It was Irene's we didn't get to yet. I saw that one at the same time we saw Dion's that you just did, and Irene's is it's been a while. What do my guides want me to know? Oh, this is what I got is in perfect alignment with the card of the day and the message that we gave about this 9-year cycle ending, this being a 9-year letting go of things and starting off fresh in 2026 with a whole new cycle, not just a 1 year, but a whole 9-year cycle is going to start. And I got the Ten of Swords. Something, Irene, is you're beating a dead horse on something. And you just need to let this go here at the end of this 9 year and start out fresh. And so I pulled more cards. I was just going to do the one card, but I was like, okay, what is it? All right. And Four of Pentacles. There's there's a there's two messages I'm getting. One is you're holding on too tight to something, but the main thing is actually a windfall in January, February. And that's if you can let go of whatever this thing is, which I don't know what it is. Okay, this is just a quick message reading. And the Queen of Pentacles. I call this the nurturer card. It's like the mother card. Not that she doesn't just look like my mom did when we were all young. But you got to nurture yourself, Irene. That's a message coming through. But also, I feel like, whatever this opportunity is that comes in after you let go of this year has to do with you nurturing other people. So that's the message I got. Hope that helps you out. And we'll be back next weekend. Don't forget Michelle's show, Intention Spells. I can't wait for that. And thanks for being here with me, Pamela. Yay. Be sure to get in on the fall sale. And I'll pop that in the chat one more time for everybody. Grab your memberships now, enroll in my course, etc. I mean, it's not going to be this easy or cheap. Basically, $67 for anything, whether you want to become a member or book a session with me, certification, or start my course. Yeah, course is $100 off, but you only have to put $67 now and $67 a month for the next 2 months. You'll be paid up. Or if you want to pay all at once, it's $199, I believe. And so you can enroll in the course, or if you're already a professional, go ahead and join the guild. And I know I went a little bit long talking about websites and Stand Store and everything, Pamela, but a lot of times I don't mention that, yeah, that's part of your membership. You get, free hosting for a website, and you get huge discounts on my help setting up a Stand Store, building you a website. I can build you a website, especially one of those one pagers, in a couple of days. We can get it up there and running. So, if you don't have the technical expertise, or I know they have all these great website builders, Wix and Squarespace and everything, Pamela, but a lot of people don't have the time. They're busy seeing clients. I just want to see clients. I don't want to take the time to go through the learning curve to learn how to use Squarespace, to use Wix, or any of these other fabulous builders out there. I just want someone to do it for me. But you don't want to spend thousands of dollars either. Come see me. We'll take care of you. Anyway, thanks for being here with me, Pam. We'll see you all next week. And in between, hey, chat with us on psychic.cafe. Bye, everybody.